the study abroad program in Northern Ireland, we focused on the peace building process that occurred in order to get the peace accord signed in 1998. We visited two grad school programs, one at the University of Ulster with INCOR, and the second one at the Irish School of Ecumenics, and worked with scholars. And we actually, at INCOR, had a one-week course where we learned the whole module and went through this graduation process, which was really cool. And we met John Hume, who was crucial in the peace process in Northern Ireland. We also met with different organizations, NGOs, and actual people that went through the troubles, that told us their stories and helped us understand what conflict looks like, what it looks like to go through a peace process, and what it looks like on the other side. Even though the peace accord has been signed, it's not necessarily a happy place. There's still the tension, there's still the conflict, and we actually came across that a few times, which was different. You expect to go in there and you hear that the conflict is over and that it's in the peace process, and that's not how it felt. You could still feel it all. And through Peace and Justice, I also went on a trip to DC, which Chris was involved in, and we went and met with, now I'm forgetting things.
Well, we went to the United States Holocaust Memorial
Yes.
Museum, not only to see the museum, but then to go to the fourth floor where they have the library, and they have all these brains tucked away up in the loft up there, right? These scholars and these researchers, right? And we met with people who were doing different research projects about the Holocaust, and then we're able to go meet with someone for the Institute of Peace, the United States Institute of Peace, where they talked to us about activism and some of the things that they're engaged in. And then we went to the offices of Save Darfur and met with some people there where, you guys as students are able to talk with people who are researching and on the front line of advocacy, right? And this is when Save Darfur was working on its own, was a very popular movement, and it was great for us to kind of be able to understand what it means to be an activist and how they organize, and all the details that are involved in that. And we went to the United States Museum for Native American as well, and looked at that, which was really good as well. And so for myself, getting into peace and justice studies as a history major, and I knew that I wanted to be more than just a history major, but I didn't know how to direct that. And so getting into the program and taking some classes, I was able to see for myself that, okay, well, I have an interest in genocide, but then is that more than just an interest in history? And so I then did a master's in human rights and genocide studies in London at the University of Kingston, or Kingston University. And that involved a semester abroad in Poland and going to various other places, but the program was made up of us, having courses and lectures from academics and researchers, but then also people who have been practitioners, right? One of our lecturers was a professional with Amnesty International, people who work for the Polish government, and others who are kind of at the front line of that research. We went to Auschwitz a few times, which was quite a formative experience. And now I'm going to be starting a PhD program in peace studies at the University of Bradford, which is one of the foremost universities for that field in the world. And I'm planning on working with scholars there to kind of formulate studies on conflict in Central Africa and the Democratic Republic of the Congo. And so I've taken more of an academic route, but peace and justice studies has been able to help me make the right choices at the right times for where I should go and study, and how that, again, how that relates back to finding my place in the world, right? Trying to deal with all these issues and challenges, and finding my place to do something about them, right? Because otherwise, I'm just, just a normal person. But peace and justice studies has made me, right, or at least given me the opportunity to do something extraordinary.
Well, in that same vein, we, in addition to the study abroad programs to Northern Ireland and Haiti, we had a study abroad program that just returned from the Middle East. And we traveled to Jordan and Palestine and Israel, and we visited some of the refugee camps there to learn more about the conditions of the camp, some of the struggles and the daily challenges that they have and have to face. We met with the United Nations and learned about some of their efforts in the region to try and find a sustainable peace. And we did a series of other things that were really influential and inspiring to the degree that two of the students in our group have planned to actually go back to Jordan and to enroll at the University of Jordan and to take classes there and pursue a degree there. And so I think this falls in line with exactly what you're saying, that peace and justice studies gives us the tools to go out and pursue those things that we're interested in and learn how to do it in such a way where we can actually be agents for change on the ground in some of these places that clearly need change.